Welcome to R&R Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Cori Silva.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here today on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we have been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. And we are so excited to have you here today to join us, talk a little bit. It's been a little bit of a time since we've been on air. So it's our first episode of December. I'm super excited that we're here. So hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's December. It's been December. We're, halfway through December. So close to all the holidays. So Christian joined us. Hi, Christian. So it's December, and what's happening in December?
Santa Claus is coming to town?
No, not like that. Santa Claus is coming to town? Oh, okay. Santa Claus is coming to town. He said I wouldn't do that, so I had to prove him wrong. So who else is excited for Christmas? Because I'm super excited for Christmas. It's my favorite time of year, just because I love seeing the lights just like shine in the kids' eyes, and they're super excited about all the Christmas lights and the joy and the wonder of the holidays. So this is my favorite time of year, and it's also my birthday month, so.
It is. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But so we were talking about this off air before we came on the show, and I love Christmas. So let me just put that out there. But for whatever reason, I don't get that same excitement anymore. Just maybe it's this year. I don't know what it is, but I'm not super excited about Christmas. I love it. Mm-hmm. I love same thing. I love seeing the kids. They got the little advent calendars. They change how many days the countdown to Christmas every day, mm-hmm. right? But in our house, like, we never have presents until like a few days before we do all the wrapping before, right? We started doing that, I think, because of the dogs before. Because they used to get into all the presents. And I don't know, I just don't have the same, I don't remember the last time I was super excited about Christmas. I think when the kids were a little bit smaller.
Oh, well, I guess Chris is a Scrooge. So anybody who wants to help with an intervention, this is the first I'm hearing about how he's not excited about Christmas. We got to bring some cheer for him. So anybody want to throw a surprise Christmas party for Chris to get him in the spirit? We're all open for it. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I mean, so we decorated, right? So
this explains a lot, because he was going to help me decorate the tree and do all the decorations before December. Just kind of dragged his feet a bit, and I was wondering why. Well, it's because he's a Scrooge. He didn't want to do it. So.
Well, I mean, it was kind of a joint effort. So we've had the tree up, I think, since the day after Thanksgiving. We've had the tree. And this year we went with just a artificial tree. Mm-hmm. Right, we just didn't want, the kids wanted it up right away, and if you have a tree up after Thanksgiving, it's not going to last through Christmas, right?
Right.
So we had the tree up, and they already have the lights in it, right? But no ornaments, and we've had the box of ornaments out since the day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
The day after Thanksgiving, and it's just been sitting there, and then we've talked about doing it. I don't know how many nights, and Tino's kind of with me. Because we're we'll do it tomorrow.
We don't want to. I didn't want to decorate the tree without Chris. I feel like that's our tradition, is for the whole family to get together and decorate the tree, because that's something that's special, right?
Yes.
So the kids and I decorated the inside of the house, and then you helped us with the outside, and that poor tree just sat there bare for half of December.
Up until like 4 or 5 days ago.
But it was okay, because we have a big, tall, standing Jack Skellington next to it, so it kind of looked like it was supposed to be like that.
I got that that was the addition this year.
Yes, Chris added to that. So we finally decorated the tree. Actually, we didn't decorate the tree. The kids decorated the tree, and they put up all the ornaments. That was pretty awesome.
So most of the ornaments are going to be about Tino's height and lower, mm-hmm. which is pretty cool, right? And then I think I freaked you out when I brought the ladder for the kids.
Well, because I asked for a step stool. I'm like, can you please just get a step stool for them so they could get a little bit higher? He's like, step stool? Who needs a step stool? Get a ladder. I'm like, all right, get the ladder. So he brings out the ladder, and then all of a sudden he has to go to the bathroom. And now, ladies, okay, do all your husbands go to the bathroom for at least 30 or 45 minutes and disappear and go on daddy break? Because that's what happens in our house. So he was gone.
It's not 45 minutes, 30 minutes.
30 minutes, daddy bathroom
that's
break.
The max.
Let's leave the ladder for the kids to climb up.
Our kids are 5 and 7. It's not like they're 1 and 3 years old.
They could fall
They
and
can
hurt
handle
themselves
on a ladder.
What happened to Tino as soon as he went up? Oh, I hurt my knee. He's all in pain. Had to get him ice. I'm over there icing his knee. Nola's like, I want to go on the ladder.
Was that from the ladder or was that something else?
That was from the ladder.
That's because you were there. Tino gets a little bit more dramatic around his mom. Around his dad, it's like nothing. And then, oh, my leg's going to fall off around his mom.
Bottom line is he brought out the ladder and disappeared. So that was a lot of fun. But we got that done. Daddy came back down just in time when we were done decorating. So that was nice. And the tree's done.
Well, okay. You know what part of it is you handle so much of Christmas. And I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what it is. Because I haven't done Christmas shopping. I don't remember the last time I did Christmas shopping. I mean, I am extremely proud of one of the things I got this year, which I'm not going to talk about on air in case Nola ever sees this.
She's not going to watch this.
So Nola's been obsessed.
Nola's all scrolling through Facebook.
She's like, oh,
I'm going to find out what I'm getting from Santa.
So Nola's been obsessed with this Doug doll. It's Doug the dog from Up.
Yes.
If anybody's ever seen that, he's the dog that talks, mm-hmm. right? And Disney has this baby line or something, and it's these babies. It's a Doug baby. They have like Baloo and
they have Minnie. They have Mickey. Every year
Simba,
they come out with something new.
ones.
And usually during the holidays, they'll have a holiday Mickey and Minnie, which they don't have this year, which I'm a little bit upset about with Disney. But they're little babies that are wrapped up like in a swaddle. And so Nola loves her babies, right? I think last year she got a Minnie from Santa, a Minnie baby. Well, she wants the Minnie Doug, or the baby Doug.
Right. And we messed up because we were at Disneyland. We saw it. And it was like early in the day at Disneyland. And we always tell the kids, are you sure you want that? Because you're going to get one thing. So you want to keep looking around other stores. And if you don't find anything else, we can come back and get it. So we never went back. And then the next time we went to Disneyland, it was gone. Mm-hmm. And then a shout out to Art and Lekka at Checkmat because they overheard this somehow.
No, I was telling him the story about it.
Okay. And they got her a Doug doll for her birthday.
Which is so sweet.
So sweet. She loved it, but it's not the baby.
Yeah,
so she still wants the baby. Anyhow, so I'm proud that I found that baby for like some obscene amount of money on eBay, mm-hmm. and we should be getting it
We
today.
already got it.
We got it? Oh, yes. Hallelujah. I didn't even know we had it yet.
It's there. So who is done with their Christmas shopping? Or have you even started your Christmas shopping is what I'm curious about. Because, I mean, I do most of my shopping online now. Right. I made the biggest mistake the other day of going to Target because I was trying to find a tablecloth. And it just reaffirmed why I love the pickup, the drive up and pick up and go. Because Target, you're going to lure me in and get me to buy all this other stuff I know I didn't need.
Did you see that meme yesterday about them starting to sell liquor in Target? So then you could drink and shop at the same time?
Oh, people are going to be stuck there forever.
People will be stuck there forever.
Hi, Danette. Thanks for joining us. I said, laugh out loud. Got to teach them young. Yes, teach them young to decorate the tree and do all the decorations. So we could just sit back and then have some coffee and enjoy watching them do it and get in the spirit.
I love doing the outside the lights. That was pretty exciting. And then what we did on Sunday was pretty cool.
Yeah. So one of our neighbors. Okay,
we'll get back
wait.
to that later.
Danette just made another comment. Just finished. Thank goodness for online shopping. Yes. Now you just have to sit and wait for them to show up, and hopefully no one comes and steals them off your porch.
I'm just wondering though, does anybody still go to the stores? Like when I used to do Christmas shopping, I was the guy that waited till the last second. Mm-hmm. I would go like 3 days before Christmas, 2 days before Christmas, and just rummage through what was left over. Then that's how I like to do shopping. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator.
Well, let me just tell you, right now, you're going to have slim pickings because there already is a shortage of things. So if you wait to the last minute, you might show up with a lump of coal for whoever you waited to the last minute for because there's barely anything to find in the stores. Everything's so limited right now. So, yeah.
So you're done, though. I'm done with shopping. Are you done with shopping?
You know, there are so many other things going on in life right now that I haven't even looked at our list. I've been buying things here and there, but I'm sure I've probably forgot someone. So I'm in the in-between stage.
Our lists are a little bit different, right? So like my list is like immediate family, but it's like the kids of immediate family, right? Like Cori wants to get a gift for everybody. Like she just met this kid yesterday, like at the mailbox. She's like, I'm gonna get that kid a gift.
You are so ridiculous.
Like this lady wants to get everybody she's ever met a gift. And I'm like, baby, we can't get everybody a gift. That's obscene.
No, you're incorrect when you say that. Okay, we have immediate family, and part of the immediate family is our godchildren. And so how are you going to get a gift for the godchildren and then just leave out their brothers and sisters?
Because they got other godparents. Those other brothers and sisters got other godparents that are going to send them a gift. You think they're all like, well, I got to get these other 3 siblings a gift too. Like, I love those kids too, but they're not my god kids. They're not getting a gift. Like, there's too many of them. I got like 4 god kids, and then they all have siblings. Now we're talking about like 12 damn gifts. That's crazy. So we're going to get them birthday gifts too?
Yeah,
12
we do.
birthday gifts. We do them, huh?
Yeah, we do.
Cori does all this stuff without me knowing.
That's why we're the favorite godparents.
Yeah, anyhow, this lady is buying everybody gifts today. So if it's not in go check your mailbox. It's probably going to be in there.
He's a Scrooge. Professor Lecca, hi. Thank you for joining us. I'm taking Cori's side with this one. Thank you. She's not a Scrooge like you.
I want to know where, Lecca, I would like to know where Art stands on this. Does Art agree with me, or does he agree with Cori? Is he trying to buy everybody gifts too?
You don't have to buy gifts. You can make gifts too. It's the thought that counts.
Girl, you'd be lucky if I make breakfast. Or make gifts.
You're
where I
right.
look like a little elf.
I didn't say that you were making them. We can make them. So speaking of making gifts, I know it's a little off topic, but we are talking about gifts. Santino's been making gifts for the whole family. It's the sweetest thing. And so has Nola. They've been sitting at the table for hours on end.
Like little elves.
They're the cutest. So they have diamond art. I don't know if anybody knows what those are, but they're like little beads, and they have to stick them on this little sticky paper, and it's usually like of a bigger design, and they are stickers. So then you just take them off, and you could put it on something and make it special. So they've been sitting there doing diamond art, and he asked me the other day, he's like, Mom, can I have tissue and some scissors and tape because I'm going to wrap these? And he wrote people's names on them, and it's the sweetest thing.
It was really cute. So he made... So Cori's mom, her name is Bunny. I mean, that's not her legal name, but that's what we've all called her as long as I've known her, right? So he made her a bunny diamond art, which was
so
really, really cute.
And he goes, Grandma, you could put this on your phone. And she did put it on her phone.
She did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Professor Lecca, it was actually me, Art, that agrees with Cori. Lecca agrees with Christopher. Thank you, Professor Art.
See,
He's got a big heart.
Yeah.
Yours is just a little tarnished. A
I don't
little
know.
burnt or something.
I would say maybe I need to watch Grinch a little bit more so mine can double in size.
I don't know. Or Scrooge. Like, we need to have like the ghost of Christmas past come for you or something.
You know what it is? It's just that I'm not very, and I'm not, you definitely are not. We're not these people, but I'm not very materialistic. And there's not like, I never want gifts for my birthday. I don't care about gifts for Christmas. So I think maybe that's why I'm like, not everybody needs a gift. Like, what do you need a gift for? So maybe that's why.
I think it's just the thought that counts. Like, even if that's why I said handmade is always something that's sweet too.
Right.
So anyways, how many of you parents have run into a challenge recently
I already know where you're going with
with
this.
your child coming home and asking if Santa's real? Because Nola's in TK, and the other day a little kid told her that Santa isn't real.
She's 5 years old.
Like,
Who
why
the hell
so
ruined
young?
this kid's life already? Somebody told this 5-year-old. Her parents did, obviously.
Well, yeah. Well, the little girl, I'm assuming, doesn't celebrate the holiday. So that's why she said it isn't real, because it's not something that's important to her and her family or their tradition. So I told Nola, hey, does she celebrate? And she goes, no, I don't think so. I go, well, maybe she just doesn't believe in Santa. Do you believe in Santa? And she said, yes. I go, okay, then he's real if you believe in him. And I think that's like the best way to handle it for us anyways.
Right.
But I didn't expect it so soon, because Santino hasn't even asked us that yet.
Well, it's because if somebody told Santino that, like, you can't convince that kid of anything that he doesn't already believe in.
Right.
Right? So he probably wouldn't even be paying attention. It'd be in one ear, out the other. He wouldn't even say it again, right? Mm-hmm. Just his personality.
Or he'd come home and ask me, hey, Mom, like this morning, he asked me, hey, Mom, do eagles have tongues? Like, just random things.
I thought that was a dream. I was kind of hearing that, like, there's
Do eagles
blue
have
eagles, or was that all
That was
really
all
happening?
today. That happened today, yes.
I was still asleep.
In your deep slumber. Professor Art said, 'tis the season to give. I absolutely agree.
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Yes, it's the season to give. I mean, we could talk about that stuff too. Speaking of art and giving, Checkmat Valencia came through in a big way, right? For Thanksgiving for everybody. Right now we did Adopt a Family, just really quick on that, and we have 3 people in our business that adopted a family. If people don't know what that is, it's through Heart Holidays, and these families are identified by a social worker, by the school social worker, and if you guys ever see a list, these lists will break your heart of what they're asking for. It's like a wish list. So imagine you're a family in need that's not going to celebrate this year because you don't have the means to. And then the school social worker says, hey, we might have a family that wants to adopt you, somebody that wants to adopt you and buy some of the gifts that you guys want. So these people make a wish list of like 3 items each.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm not a crybaby. I'm not a big crier, but just seeing the list, we're talking about everybody's behind on rent. Everybody's their lights about to get shut off. They want food, shoes, and one family was like, "We really would love to go to dinner one time, like at Cheesecake Factory."
Oh, that's so sweet.
And that's it. Just no toys, no video games. We're talking about like sweaters and jackets and underwear and basic stuff that everybody takes for granted. So that stuff, art. I'm all about that kind of giving. Like, I'm like, let's help these families. So quick shout out to Ashley Cabrera and Sherry Brown at Next Home Rockstars, Real Estate Rockstars. And then also to Brian Border of Loan Depot, because they all adopted a family this year. And it's just pretty awesome. They're going to give somebody hope in the season that you really, really need.
Absolutely.
It, right?
Yes.
So congrats. Big shout out to you guys.
Thank you so much for all that you do for the community. Looks like we have a few comments. So it says, Danette said, laugh out loud. Nick believed in Santa until he was 12. It was my mother that slipped up and said Santa was fake.
What?
Dang, Grandma.
Dang, Grandma just ruined it. 12 years old. Big shout out to Danette.
Yes.
That's amazing that she
Thank you
kept the magic going so long.
I know. I love that. Oh, and I think when Santino finds out, I think he'll keep the magic going for Nola. I don't think he'll ruin it.
I think he will too.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
And then Professor Art said, don't be a cotton-headed ninny muggins. What is that?
I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to tell me next time. He's going to whisper it in my ear next time he's choking me in class.
We'll say it again really softly. Then 100% for them helping out. We appreciate that.
And then Tanya's joining us. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Thanks. She said, cute Christmas decorations. Thank you. And the movie Elf. Okay, see...
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing all the way through.
So my favorite part of Elf, I think I've only seen it once or twice. Because Will Ferrell's like hit or miss, right? Sometimes you love him. Sometimes I don't want to punch him in his face if I ever see him. And
jeez,
some
why
of those
so violent.
Some of those guys, like I don't know, some of these actors, anyhow, comedians. But the one part of that movie that I love is when he's fighting with the little guy from Game of Thrones. What's the little guy's name?
Tyrion.
That's
his name on the show.
Yeah, I don't know his real name, but anyhow, there's a part where they're wrestling, they're fighting in a boardroom. That's my favorite. Well, they're not fighting; he's getting his butt kicked.
I guess I have to watch the show to get the reference. Bunny, my mom, she joined us. Hi,
hey,
honeys.
Mama.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. So now. We talked about the whole Santa issue last Sunday.
So I did some Christmas shopping last Sunday.
Oh, so you did get by the spirit bug, right? So you have that feeling?
Yeah, but it was just more for you. Like okay, sure, Christmas bug.
Actually, I did the shopping and you did the retrieving, right? You went on an adventure.
But I convinced you to pull the trigger on that.
Yes.
So we've been talking about this since it came out. So who out there has joined this Peloton craze, right? So genius timing. I don't know if it was genius or if it was luck, but the company pretty much debuted during the pandemic.
Right.
Couldn't go in the gym.
I think it was around for a while, but then it just blew up at that time.
It blew up though, right?
Yeah.
So
everyone's posting how many rides they got in and how many miles they've done, and I haven't seen that in a while.
Right, because nobody's using them anymore. So, but yeah, I used to see those posts like every day from somebody new, right? And then somebody else joined the Peloton family, right? So anyhow, Cori wanted to spend like $2,500 on this right when it first came out. And I was like, baby.
I didn't want to spend that. I said, oh, that looks cool. How much is it?
You wanted to buy it.
Okay.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. I gotta speak. I gotta think before I talk, guys. So, rephrasing it, Cori would have loved to have the Peloton when it first came out.
That sounds a lot better.
Okay. Me, I'm looking at like $2,500 for a damn exercise bike. Hell no.
I know, right?
We're not getting that.
Actually, when I saw the price, I was like, well, what kind of surgery can I get instead of buying that bike?
You can fix like one tooth.
I'm not talking about my teeth. I'm talking about my body.
No, I'm saying $2,500.
I can take off 1 inch.
There's not much you can do with $2,500. So I was like, I nixed that idea. We're not getting the Peloton. That's insane. Look, this is only going to last for like 3 or 4 months. People are going to like stop making payments on them and they're going to get repoed. Like,
that's what I said. I said, I'll wait until those prices come down.
it's like buy a repoed one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it lasted a lot longer than 3 months. It's been over a year, right?
It's been almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years since they've been popular.
Yes.
So she's constantly talking about it, thinking about it. So you were talking to our future sister-in-law, right? Hint, hint, if Christian's watching. And you guys she was like, oh, well, you could buy one for a pretty good price, right? And you guys went online and started looking.
Just buy resale. Just check it out because that's what they got theirs for. So we were looking on Facebook Marketplace, and lo and behold, I found 2 of them that were one was $1,100, one was for $1,050, and that was one of them came with the shoes, 2 pairs of shoes
for me and you.
Yes, and
the shoes are like $125 by themselves, right?
If you buy it through Peloton, because I was doing all the research. Well, the brand new ones are like $1,500, and that's their sale price right now. Plus, you have to buy the shoes. So I was like, ooh, this is enticing. And the lady had only rode it 4 times.
So we say the 3 Ds in real estate, right? So it's death, desperation, and divorce.
Oh, yikes.
Right? That's back when the market wasn't as nuts as it is today. That's when you're gonna get a great deal on a house, right? Like those 3 Ds. So that kind of falls in line with this Peloton bike. So tell them the story behind why you got such a good deal on this.
Oh, why?
Why was she selling it for so cheap?
You talked to her. I don't know.
Okay,
you went to pick it up.
I'm sorry. I thought I told you. But so anyhow, this lady had only ridden it 4 times. And when I say it was brand new, it's brand new. Like it doesn't look like anybody even sat on the seat, right? She caught her boyfriend cheating on her.
That's right. I couldn't remember the story.
She told me,
Sorry.
She said, every time I look at that damn bike, I think of how much I hate my ex-boyfriend, right? So she's like, can you just get it out of my house? And I'm like, all right, so.
Score. Take that off your hands.
Thank God Christian Silva went with me because that thing was so heavy, right? So we're taking this bike down the stairs and it has wheels on it. So then I'm like, all right, Christian, I got this. You know, don't worry. So I push it up on its wheels and I start walking it, right? So like, you know, I'm good. This damn bike, I lose control of it.
Oh, wow.
And it starts raising and it picks me up off the ground, right? So
that's a solid bike.
So my feet are like
dangling,
like up in the air like this, and my face is down like this,
oh,
right?
Wow.
And I'm holding the bike, and my brother just grabs my feet and brings me back down. And I had a bruise on the bottom of my stomach for like 3 days after that, but it was pretty funny. Well, so we went through a lot for that bike.
I appreciate
And then
that.
trying to get that damn thing in the trunk.
Oh, no.
Oh, my Lord. If I didn't take him, there was no way. So shout out to my brother because I literally called him like an hour before I had to pick it up. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, just come pick me up. So I picked him up in Sherman Oaks, drove all the way to Thousand Oaks, came back home in Stevenson Ranch, put it upstairs, and then dropped him off. And shout out to Jocelyn, too, for letting him go.
Yeah, thank you so much. Love the bike. It was so worth it. So I got a ride in. Definitely worth it. The price is amazing. And it's silly because when you don't buy it directly from Peloton, you can buy a subscription, but to buy the one where you're competing with your friends and everything else like that, you actually have to call in to get it activated and reset. So I've been doing the trial rides. I haven't actually signed up for the actual monthly subscription, but that's coming when I have some time because they're only open during business hours on the East Coast. And by the time I get up there to go do it, it's not working out. So trial rides for now. And if there's anybody who has a Peloton bike and wants to hold me accountable and ride with me, please hit me up because I know one of my friends, Val, said she would. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, because I don't know how to speak the woman language sometimes. Like when I'm trying to hold her accountable. Like you had a bowl of ice cream the other day, and I was like, "You should put that ice cream down and get on that Peloton, girl." And you were like, gave me the death stare. I don't think you talked to me until the next day.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you are not deserving of my words. Not when you say stuff like that.
I mean, to me, I was trying to be motivational. It didn't work, huh?
I literally had no dinner. I did one scoop of ice cream and I had taken one bite and he's like, oh, you gonna eat that ice cream or get on that Peloton? I was like,
so you see that face that she just made?
It nicely.
The face in the way she said it did not happen.
I looked at him and he was like, just trying to motivate you. Yeah, real motivational.
So none of that happened. I was like, oh, that didn't happen at all. So I come downstairs. Everybody's having dessert, and maybe I was in the bathroom. I don't know what I was doing.
You probably were.
So I was probably on a call actually. But anyhow, so I come downstairs and they're all having ice cream, and I was like, girl, you need to put that bowl of ice cream down and get on that Peloton. Something like that,
that's
right?
real motivational. That's super motivational.
It would have motivated me. I would have been on it.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Anywho, so Tanya said, oh my gosh, Chris, I think that she was referring to when you were moving the bike. And she said, that's so awesome, guys, for the bike. So
good thing I had this cushion or else I would have been really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what is the big story from last week? Let's see here.
So last week we went to Merriest Nights. Got to get my swag. This is the swag that I got from there. One of the very few cute things they had from Merriest Nights, because Disney is like with their products. Oh, let me tell you about, so Merriest Nights was a lot of fun, but you know me, I got to complain about something.
But so just let's explain what it's like. I've never heard of Merriest Nights till this year.
Well, they just did it this year, and it's something very similar to like Oogie Boogie Nights for Halloween. So they shut down the park at a certain time. Disneyland does, and it's a ticketed event for it's like a special event. So you could still ride most of the rides, and then there was supposed to be like 6 different like villages or setups for the holidays. So I was all about that. It sounded like a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun because there was less crowds.
We did 1 out of 6 of those.
We only got to like 2 portions of the park because the kids were having so much fun just riding the roller coasters more than once. So we didn't get to experience the merriest nights of each little village they had set up. But, you know, they say they're going to have these special merchandise just for Merriest Nights.
That's what you were super excited about.
So I was excited. I'm like, ooh, what are they going to have? Like collectible items and like ornaments and fun things, you know? First of all, you got to get in a virtual queue on your phone. So we go to figure out where that is. And they're like, oh, no virtual queue tonight. There's no wait. You just walk in. We walk in. We waited longer in line to buy products than to go on any of the rides.
So we got to the park around 6. The Merriest Night started at 8,
yes.
Right? We were in line for that like at 8 o'clock, and they were already sold out of a lot of stuff.
I know. It was just the weirdest thing.
We got these lights, right? Right when we walked in.
Not these ones. These we've had. Oh. They gave us some basic lights like this to wear, which I thought that was a nice gesture.
Oh, it was just a Mickey tag on the bottom.
There was a Mickey tag on the bottom that said Merriest Nights, but I have to say that it was the coolest thing to see on Big Thunder Mountain. It's an outdoor roller coaster. So everybody's sitting in the seats with these Christmas lights on, and to see it going on the track all lit up, it looked really cool. So I liked that. That was a little magical. And then my highlight was seeing Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz was dope.
DJing to like some of the jams from the 90s, and it was awesome. We had so much fun with that. The kids were dancing.
That was at Tomorrowland.
That was in Tomorrowland, so we had a lot of fun. But
the kids got a new favorite ride. So that's the cool thing. As your kids grow up, Disneyland kind of changes for them, right? Mm-hmm. So they've been more on the California Adventure side.
Right, because
Goofy
there's
Sky
more
School. Like, they love that. They love Radiator Springs, right? Mm-hmm. And then the little rides that you could get on, they're not super fun, but they're fast.
Right.
Right. I forgot the names of them. The one that goes up and down. What is it called?
Oh, Jumping Jellyfish.
Jumping Jellyfish. There's a lot of stuff that can get on really quick, and kids don't want to wait in line forever, right? So that was kind of their pecking order of like best rides: Radiator Springs, Goofy Sky School. Mm-hmm. Well, after Merriest Nights, we were able to go on Space Mountain. They've been on it before. Santino's been on it before, not Nola. She wasn't tall enough before. But we were able to go on it without waiting.
We went on it 2 times in a row, and they were so excited. They said that that's their new favorite ride.
That's their new favorite ride. And then after that, it was Big Thunder Mountain's been shut down for like 3 months. They've been refurbishing it. And we were having a debate in here before that we think it's faster and smoother than it was before.
I think so too. Anybody who's been there, if you can just chime in and let us know, what do you think? Has it been enhanced like this? Is it faster now? Is it a smoother ride? Because we were having a debate with somebody else who said, no way, the blogs would have been all over that.
There would have been a press release or something, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Personally, I think it was super fun. And we went on that ride 3 times in a row. They had a lot of fun.
So that's in their top 5 now. Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain. So it's all starting to change now, right?
Yeah, and we waited in line to do some of the photo ops because that's all the rage now is the photo ops. And I thought there would be something magical about each one, like maybe a character would appear in your hand. You know how they could digitally enhance them and stuff like that?
Because they had that before. We'd take a picture in front of the tree and then Tinkerbell's in your hand.
Yeah, they didn't even have that. I was like, oh. So Santino was over taking the pictures. He's like, no more pictures. So we couldn't even get him to get a picture with Santa. And then we went on a few more rides, and all he wanted was popcorn. Nola fell asleep. She made it till 10:30.
You just reminded me, they still owe me push-ups. I bet both of them 10 push-ups each that they wouldn't make it back to the hotel, and they didn't.
No, they didn't.
So payday when we get back today.
Hi, Monica. Monica joined us. How are you? Good to see you on here. Thanks for always supporting us. Appreciate it. Hey, if anybody... I think she's already booked for the holidays, but New Year's and Valentine's Day is around the corner. She makes some really cool cups.
Yeah, so any guys out there, I know a lot of women collect these cups. So
they're really cool.
Monica could hook you up. It's VZ Crafts.
Just send us a message and I'll send it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's VZ Crafting, but want to make sure. On IG, yeah. So after that night, excuse me, after we did Merriest Nights, which, do you think it was worth it?
So that's a big debate. Is it worth it? I mean, I think the lines being shorter was worth it. But I don't know. I feel like Disney is starting to get a little janky. Like, I'm sorry, but their merchandise isn't all that. Their clothing, like, it's right up there with Walmart clothing, which is fine. But
don't charge that price.
I'd rather pay Walmart prices or Target prices.
I mean, Walmart does sell Disney stuff. So I end up opting for like Target or Kohl's when I'm going to buy my Disney merchandise.
Most of my Disney shirts, because I have like 10 at least, right? Maybe 15 Disney shirts. They're all from Target or Walmart.
Yep.
Those shirts are nicer than the ones they sell in Disneyland.
Not Walmart, Target or Kohl's.
Target or Kohl's. You do the shopping. What do I know?
Yeah.
Target or Kohl's. I feel like they got Hanes shirts there or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they
the
just
shirts
went in
bleed.
I think they just went into like the back storage bins and was like, we got to get rid of this stuff, man. COVID had us out for a while. Let's just push it like it's new and then just try to get rid of it all. It's just not fun when we go there. Oh, Monica said, I agree. The Disney merchandise isn't as good anymore.
See.
Yeah, even like the holiday stuff. For instance, like a snow globe. They don't even have a legit snow globe. It's made out of like wood or something inside, and you push a button and some... I don't know. It's not good.
I don't know. I was pretty proud of myself. So Cori's been killing me with... we go to Disneyland a lot, right? A lot. So, I mean, 2-3 times a month.
Yeah.
So this was the first time in a long time that we actually stayed in a hotel, because the deal was, if you're going to pay this crazy amount of money for these passes, we're not staying in hotels anymore.
Right. We got to cut the budget.
Yeah, we got to cut the budget somewhere, right? But for Merriest Nights, we stayed in a hotel, and then we went back the next morning. We did California Adventure, was it?
We did California Adventure.
Okay, so I'm dying, guys. Every single time I go, like I've had this knee, leg, hip, back, all of my right side issue going on for a while now. And I have to take breaks in Disneyland. Like my leg is on fire, right? So I have to sit down. I really love California Adventure because not only do I get to sit down, I can sit down with the beer, which is great. But legit, we were discussing like, well, shit, maybe I need to get one of those scooters, those motorized scooters.
No, I was going to get him a wheelchair so he could get around because he was in a lot of pain.
She sees it on my face because I'm not complaining about it, but it's all day long. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
At least I get instant relief when I sit down. So I just got to sit down multiple times, you know, like I gotta sit, but standing in line all day doesn't help for sure. And all that walking.
So are you open to a wheelchair next time?
Maybe I'll get those shoes with wheels on them or something.
Oh yeah. So then you could break your back. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Come on.
I just can't do it yet. I can't be as young as I am in those scooters. Like, I'll just keep drinking beer while I'm there. We just got to go to California Adventure.
Yeah, but no, even though he doesn't complain, that's good. It's just you're not having as much fun if you're in pain, right?
I mean, I just try to, it's just something I have every day, so I just ignore it.
Yeah, you just deal with it.
Just deal with it.
Oh boy. So does anybody else have that pain, or are they facing that challenge when they go to Disneyland? Because it is a lot of walking. The next day he had a hangover, like straight up hangover, like he was drinking for 2 days straight.
This is a real thing. So like anybody that goes to Disneyland and is there all day, there is a Disneyland hangover the next day.
Well, this guy didn't get out of bed though. Like he stayed in bed chilling, and he's like, how do you have this energy? I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's go. There's things to do.
So it takes me about at least a day to put myself back together.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So I worked from home all day. Well, from the bed really. Hey,
jeez.
Put the laptop on there. That's what a laptop is for, with your lap.
Yeah.
Making my calls, I was good.
I think one of the biggest things at Disney is they need to bring those trams back, because that walk there and back is like, why do you need that icing on the top?
What is a damn excuse, Disney? Get your shit together. No, I'm sorry. But no, it's real. Look, the tram's outdoors, right? They don't have that separation in line anymore where you got to be 6 feet from each other, 4 feet from each other.
No,
they don't enforce
like that
it.
a long time.
They have the parades now. Main Street is like a rave.
Yeah, it's like a rave.
It's like a rave in a tiny, tiny little warehouse, right? People are elbow to elbow that don't know each other, and all the way down. We're talking about thousands and thousands of people down Main Street.
You know the reason why? It's money.
How much does it cost to operate those things? It cannot be that much money.
I completely agree with you. It's because they've already seen what they could get away with, and they're like, people are still going to come. It's not deterring them, so why put it out?
You literally feel like it's the walk of shame. Like you're sad walking back to your car, and you're like, feel disgraced that you could barely move. And then you got the kids that are like crying, like, pick me up. And like, walk, kid. I brought you here, right?
Not our kids.
We don't do that. Not our kids.
Our kids are too damn spoiled. They're still in a stroller.
Santino.
And Santino's knees are up to his chin in there.
So let me just tell you, anybody that hasn't seen Santino in a while, he just turned 7. He's in the 95th percentile for height.
Yes.
Right? This kid is long. So they say he's the size of a 9-year-old, the average height of a 9-year-old.
You know, people are judging us. I just thought about that.
I don't care what anybody. I don't care if anybody's judging us. I'm sure they are too.
I don't give two shits either, but it's funny.
So we have that like limousine stroller where one kid's in the back and one's in the front, and Santino's, he could barely keep his feet in without dragging. Right? Like they've dragged a couple times. I got to put his feet in there while he's asleep.
Yeah.
You know. He's way too damn big for that stroller. So I keep telling him, hey, it's coming up. You're not going to be in that stroller anymore.
You're going to have to learn to walk. But they did a lot of walking when
there is no way I can carry them. So I might have to get that motorized scooter. At least it'll get me to
We
back
could
to
put
the car.
Tino on there with you when he falls asleep,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
I'll
I'm
just
saying.
push Nola.
That'll be my excuse. Oh, I need that motorized scooter for Santino when he falls asleep.
Hey,
justify
you know
it.
what? There is a perk to that too. I think we could probably get to the front of the line too. You just need a doctor's note.
It's probably cheaper. It's probably about the same price as getting that Genie pass.
Probably.
If it's $80 for a Genie pass for 4 people, or $80 for a motorized scooter, shoot, it's a no-brainer. I'm about to get that scooter. Scoot, scoot. Okay.
Oh my Lord. Okay, enough about Disney. So this past weekend, what did we do?
We had the surprise party for your mom, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So my mom, she just had, I won't tell you her age unless she gives me the okay, but she just had a surprise birthday party, and we're able to pull it off. She was super surprised, and we didn't say anything to my dad because sometimes dad slips and will ruin surprises. I think the last
he wouldn't
time
do it on purpose. He just
so I'm going to see you on this day. We'll see you over there for mom's birthday or something, you know? So we kind of held off on telling him, and I don't know what happened. There was some miscommunication. My aunt told me that he knew about it. So I'm like, cool, I have to tell him about it. Well, I call him the day of to figure out what time you're going to bring mom here. He was like, what party?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I was like, wait, you don't know about this party? No, I'm working till 5 o'clock today. Mind you, the party was at 2. I was like, oh boy, how are we going to get to the bottom of this? Excuse me. So, oh boy.
Oh boy. Keep going.
I'm
We got
sorry.
solicitors.
Solicitor at the door. So we figured out a plan. I had to lie to mom and tell her that we're having a lunch, a little lunch date with one of our friends. We had a surprise visitor over the weekend.
My boy Rob from Memphis.
Yeah.
That just shows you how close he is to the family, right? If your
Yes.
mom was like cutting out whatever she was doing, because she was partying that night before at Gloria's house. The night before.
Yeah. So I said, hey, Rob wants to have lunch with you. He's in town. She's like, okay. What about Dad? I'm like, I already took care of it. He'll be there. So we got the surprise worked out, and all her friends were there. These are friends that she's had. Oh, hello, everybody. Technical difficulties.
Welcome back. You're on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate.
I'm your host, Cori Silva, and this is my wonderful husband, Chris Silva. I'm so sorry we're having a little bit of difficulties here. The internet just keeps dropping, but we're back.
It's, you know what it is? It's the cold weather. So I was wondering, this morning our power went out in Stevenson Ranch, and it went out the house, and I immediately start texting the neighbors because I was like, oh, maybe I didn't pay the bill. I'm just kidding.
You know it's on auto pay and that I pay it.
I'm totally kidding. So I just wanted to see, like, is anybody else experiencing it, or do I need to go flip the breaker, basically, right? And what I heard, and I don't know if it's accurate, but I heard the lines got frozen.
Well, it was below freezing last night. It was 33 degrees when I woke up this morning.
I've never heard of that before. The line's freezing.
I don't know. Maybe they just say that. They say that like just to have an excuse, right?
For anybody just joining us, you are on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate. We had some technical difficulties. The internet signal kept dropping, and we're on hardwire Ethernet, but it kind of is what it is. Nothing we could do about that.
We are back, and Tanya's here still.
Tanya's
Hi, Tanya.
Back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome. Welcome
back. So, for anybody that doesn't know that, that's from Rio Part 2.
Yes.
And there's no way I can sing like Bruno Mars.
I know, but you could try, and
Bruno
it's
Mars
fun.
actually has a character in there. I don't think he's in any other cartoons. He should be.
I don't know. He should be. I love him.
That was a great little character on that.
Yeah, he was cute. Anyway, so we are back, and thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We were talking about surprise birthday party that went off with my mom. She was so excited.
It was cool. It's really hard to throw a surprise, right? Especially when you have so many guests. Because your mom had like 30-something guests there.
Yeah, and my mom, so she was supposed to be there by 2:30, and all the guests arrived at 2. So it worked out perfectly because I had the taco guy get there at 1:30. You want to make sure everybody's fed and they're drinking, right?
And they were.
And they were drinking, but they started to get a little impatient when mom wasn't there at 2:30. Like, where is she? What's going on? Like, I can't call her to be like, where are you, Mom? Like, for your surprise party. Like, just be patient. She'll be here. She finally calls at 2:45 and was like, oh, I'm leaving my house now. Can I do some laundry at your house?
Right.
And I'm like, sure, of course.
Now, you almost called her because you've been drinking too at that point.
At that point, I had to have a drink to calm down. I get my nerves calm. And I was like, I'm about to call her, but what if I say something wrong?
I was like, no, don't call her. You're going to ruin the surprise, right? So I ended up saying, look, let's lock this. She always comes in through our garage because she has a code.
Right.
She probably has a key too, but she likes to go in through the garage, right? So I said, I'm going to walk down the street to the mailbox because we have those joint mailboxes, and it's right as you enter our street. It's on the corner. I'm just going to stand there, act like I'm checking the mail until Mom gets here.
Genius idea, because then, number one, everybody stopped asking me how we're going to know when she's going to be here. And number two, perfect. We know exactly when she's coming. Everyone will get prepared and ready once she walks in.
Right. So I was out there for about 10 minutes, and then I called Cori, and she's like, oh my gosh, she coming? I was like, nah, I was just testing you.
Yeah. And then one of our neighbors thought he was like chilling outside trying to escape me or something.
So funny. But my neighbor Ray, we live on a hill, so he's moving up that hill pretty quick. He's got a 5-month-old German Shepherd puppy, and he's moving up that hill, and he goes from across the street, hey, Chris, you all right? Because I'm just standing at the mailbox, I think I was looking at my phone. I'm just standing there, right? And I'm like, yeah. why? What's up? He's like, did you need a minute to yourself? What are you doing standing by the mailbox? Right? And I'm like, so then I let him in on the secret. I'm like, I'm waiting for my mother-in-law to come up so then I could call Cori and let her know to get everybody ready to yell surprise.
That is funny.
It was
I wonder
hilarious.
how many people do that.
I don't know. I've never done it before, but now I know another place I can go.
Yeah,
besides the bathroom.
Bathroom, mailbox, 2 escape routes. So
yeah. So always back to the bathroom talk. So, I make the call and then we try to be as discreet as possible, right? But your mom's backing in, and this makes me laugh because it makes me think of those State Farm commercials where you don't want to be like your parents,
yes,
right? And your mom's backing into our house, and she stops, she parks, but I'm noticing if she gets out of the car right where she parked, she's gonna see on the side of our house the taco guy in the backyard. So I was like, no, mom, come back a little bit more. Right, so now I'm directing her to come back, and I know in the car she's probably thinking like,
"Who is this?
What's this
fool?
idiot doing? Telling me to back up?
I don't know how to park."
She has a camera in the back of her car. Like she doesn't need me to tell her to come back. Which I know Ray Peralta, your uncle, doesn't watch this.
My uncle does that to me
every time.
Single time. I'm like, I've got a camera. It's okay. Oh, come on, you got some more room. All right, you're good. Okay, thank you.
So anyhow, I bring her back a couple more feet so that way when she comes out, I'm talking to her. I'm like, oh, can I help you with the laundry? Can I get anything, So she didn't see the taco guy.
Thank goodness.
And she was super surprised when she walked in. Mm-hmm. It was pretty awesome.
And she didn't cry. My mom's a crier, so I was
surprised.
Cried. She got to the point, but then the kids snapped her out of it. So it was a fun party for my mom, and it was cool because when everybody left, she started opening her presents, and Tanya and Jocelyn and I hung out with her and had a shot with my mom. It was cool.
Oh,
we had
wow.
a good time.
You guys were feeling good.
Yeah, It was freezing outside too, but we were fine.
So we stayed up. That was a late night. So, I mean, most of the party left at 7,
yes.
Right? But my brothers and Tanya and, his sister-in-laws, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody stayed till 2:00 in the morning.
We had a good time. It was fun.
But the next day I was up at 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm. Got to do it all over again. And the next day you had a housewarming party that you went to for one of your clients, that was fun that you got to go and be a part of it.
That was pretty neat. Yeah. Me and Megalodon, Megara, she has a lot of nicknames. We ended up shooting out to Thousand Oaks and checking it out. It was neat because we sold them that house maybe 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. I kid you not, it looks like they've been living in that house for 20 years.
They made it their own already.
And Arnold was so excited. He's like, oh, come, I got to give you the tour, right? And he's taking us throughout the whole house. Look what I did with this space. And you know what I mean?
I love that when you get to go see how people have made their homes their own. And they just take so much pride in it. It just makes you feel good.
It was really, really nice. Really great couple, Arnold and John.
Yeah. And then so after that, before that, we had a busy day. So you were up at 6.
Yes.
Yes.
It's because Santino wakes up really early.
Yes, so early. and wants to sleep in on school days, but that's another story. Before you went to the housewarming party, we decided that we needed to help out one of our neighbors because on our street, everyone pretty much decorates their house. And our neighbors are really great. Every year they do it too. But a husband had open heart surgery this past year. And he's been recovering, thank goodness. And his wife is working really hard. She's a nurse, and so she's
always
busy
working
all the time with working and then taking care of him. And so Chris was telling her, hey, would you like us to put up some Christmas lights for you? And she's like, oh, that would be really nice, but you don't have to. And she was pretty like, oh, please don't do it, but it would be nice. So we decorated their house with the kids, and it was really cool.
The outside of their house.
Yeah, the outside of their house.
So we didn't have to bug them.
Yeah, we don't want to go knock on their door or anything like that. But we decorated their house. The kids had a lot of fun doing it. And I think the best part about it was just seeing their face, his face when they come out. I haven't seen Princess yet to see what her reaction is.
Because she's always working.
And she was sleeping at that time. But Stevio was so grateful. And we're just grateful for our neighbors and being able to help people, whenever we can.
We live on a really, really cool cul-de-sac. So Stevio and Princess, they're original owners as well. Mm-hmm. And then, there's a few of us that have been there for 13, 14 years, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you just want to, to me, that's what Christmas is about, right?
Yes.
So that was pretty neat. So I guess I had a little bit of Christmas spirit.
Yes, you do. You're not a Scrooge. You just don't like the whole buying present thing, I guess.
Yeah, just, I'm not very materialistic. So like,
I think we have to like dig down deep.
like I've had this shirt probably for like as long as we've had that house. Just it's not big on me.
Oh, geez. Tanya said that was a great night. We didn't leave till 2 a.m. I know, it was fun. Silver, do you ever need a break from your significant other? Laugh out loud. I don't know. Do you ever need a break from me?
I mean, it's weird because we're around each other a lot, but not really.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so we'll be in the same office working, but she's working on stuff and I'm working on stuff, and we'll have communication in between, right? Mm-hmm. Or like we're in the same room a lot, but like I'm busy, she's cooking, I'm washing dishes.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? It's like a lot of that, but no, I don't get tired of you.
Oh, that's good. No, but that's not the question. Do you ever need a break from me?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I get my bathroom breaks. That's good enough.
He was like, I take my breaks from you. Okay, I guess that's a yes. Christian, I don't mind paying for presents. I just despise going to the mall and walking into all the stores. You got to shop online, Christian. I know. It's like the selection's not as good. I saw what you guys... They went shopping yesterday, and Jocelyn was FaceTiming me to find gifts for the kids. And there was so much cool stuff at the mall. It reminded me, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on all those options. But yeah, it's kind of a bee to have to go to the mall and look around.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind paying for presents either. I just don't, I don't know.
You just don't want to buy them for everybody.
So look, when I was a kid, let me just tell this quick story, right? So my birthday's September 28th. Every single year, I think it started when I was like 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know. I have 4 younger siblings. So all I ever wanted for my birthday was money. Mm-hmm. I wanted cash, right? Whatever it was. And I would take that little money, and I'd usually have about $100 to like $120, but we're talking about from everybody, right? That got me a gift on my birthday. So Christmas used to start for me on my birthday, because I would take that money and then I would buy all my siblings a present. Mm-hmm. My mom, my dad, which definitely didn't deserve a present, but I got him one anyway, right? My grandfather, my grandma, like my baby, like everybody. I'd buy everybody a gift. And I used to love that. And Christmas started so early for me because like I wasn't even thinking about Halloween as a kid. I'm thinking about Christmas in October because I'm buying gifts with the money that I got from my birthday, So like I used to really get excited about that stuff. And I think as I got older, gifts themselves don't excite me. I get excited about Christmas morning because you see the kids opening some presents, but it's more because the whole family is together.
Yes.
And we're fortunate enough that we do it every single week.
Yeah. We get to see our family every Saturday. We have family dinner.
Yeah. And we're starting to do it more on your side of the family now too.
Which I love.
So like to me, that's what it's about. I love doing that stuff.
That's the gift. Yeah.
That's the gift for me.
Yeah. Those special moments. So that's part of the holiday season that I love. And the other thing too is all the little events like for the kids. So like today, actually on Monday, I had a holiday party at Santino School because I'm the room parent.
So Cori's always a room parent, right? So she's been a room parent for TK, kindergarten, first grade for Tino, and now TK for Nola. So you're handling all these parties.
It was pretty amazing. We had this teacher, she opened it up to any parents who wanted to volunteer and come help out in the classroom, which I know it's limited some places. Some of the teachers don't want too many parents in there because it gets a little crowded or whatnot. But we had 8 mothers come and help do this party, awesome. Which was really cool. And the kids had so much fun. It was a limited party. We only had about 50 minutes, but we got 3 activities in, and the kids had so much fun. And just to see how their little brains work, they're making ornaments and like little snowflakes, and all of them are different because I gave them every color that they could choose from, right? And no one had the same thing, and it was just so cool to see that. Like they were having so much fun, and the parents are grateful too because they're like, wow, you put a lot of time into this, but really it's just a little bit of my time, I guess. No, it's a lot of it.
You spend a lot of time. So Cori's way too nice to say any of this stuff, so I'll say it. No, we're good. So Cori doesn't hardly ever, she never complains about anything, okay, ever. So like anybody that knows Cori, I think most people that meet you think you're like the nicest person ever. And it's pretty accurate. She is. She's so caring, so loving. So unfortunately, she has some other room moms that you got to work with sometimes, right? So
No, that's not an unfortunate thing. It's actually a great thing when someone wants to help out and pull their weight and like be a go-getter and like, let's go do this. But then like when you have a room mom who's like extra, like it's just, I'd rather just do it on my own because I just don't have the energy to try to like teach you how to go pick up some basic items and like just want to help out. I don't know. It's just, I shouldn't complain, but some room moms are great and you shouldn't even go there right now because what if the room mom happens to chime in and watch our show?
Look, this lady had to get 2 things, right? Like some pipe cleaner. And
Okay, that's enough. just stop it right there, okay? But yeah, so let's not complain about that.
Anyhow, so Cori has put on multiple parties this year for both NOLA school and Tino school. So that's what you've been doing. So you had one on Monday, and then when else?
And so on Thursday, we're doing another party for NOLA's class, and that's the classroom where I have help. I have help in that class.
Right. Well, what were you doing today?
So today, it's really cool. I love their school. They have so many activities lined up this week for the kids. So today at Santino School, all the first graders had the first grade feast.
This was at Pico, right?
At Pico Elementary. And I can't believe they're even allowed to bring in food. All the parents could bring in food today.
You just got the whole school shut down now.
No, I didn't.
Newsom's probably watching this.
No, he can go somewhere. He ain't watching this. He's probably drinking his wine somewhere. So there's the whole first grade class. All the parents are allowed to bring in a food from their culture. And the students have been studying different cultures all over the world. So
how they celebrate this time of year, right?
Yes, it's so cool. So then everyone got to bring in something that was, from their culture. So they shut down the NPR and parents got to come in and volunteer and serve the kids. And when I say that there was donations, there was so much food there from all different cultures. And it was a lot of fun to just get it set up. And the kids there was 5 first grade classrooms. That's a lot of kids. So the NPR, the length of it was filled with food, the table on both sides.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big room.
Yes. And so there was the kids there and the parents and the teachers, and they got to come in and do that. And then they're practicing. They're all singing a song together. So they were going to practice in front of us, but they ran out of time because the power went out today when we were doing the event. Luckily, it wasn't dark outside. It was sunny, so we were able to open some doors. But the kids had so much fun, and it was cool. They had their little drinks and their food, and they got to try different tastes from all over the world. And I didn't really do anything too ethnic because, I was thinking along the lines of Santino and what he's going to eat.
Mac and cheese?
Because this kid's very picky, and he doesn't eat meat, right? So I didn't want him to feel like, I'm going to walk back with an empty plate.
That's by his choice, by the way. For the first couple years, he was a vegetarian because of us.
Yeah.
But then for the last 5 years, it's been all him.
Yeah, he makes his choice. And we always offer him, hey, you want to try it? You can. But he was like, no, I don't want meat. And I go, okay, well, a lot of these foods are probably going to have meat in them. So I did some butter noodles with some Parmesan cheese. Let me tell you, that pan went quick. Because I think there's a lot of other kids who have similar palates. I didn't see none of that left over. So
there you go.
They had a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna last night when you were talking about it, I was like, who the heck wants butter noodles at 9 a.m? Evidently every single kid.
7-year-olds want butter noodles. Yeah. They all just had breakfast too, so it was pretty crazy. So speaking of children, I will have to be leaving in a bit, probably
10
around,
minutes. You got about 10 minutes?
About 10, 15 minutes I have left. So everyone still stick around. And I'm so happy that all of you guys are joining us here today. Just to reintroduce ourselves, I'm your host, Cori Silva. This is my wonderful husband, Chris Silva, and we are on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate.
Yeah, and if you guys like this set, so Cori did all the decor today. You're so creative. You do all this stuff at the house, here, everywhere, right? But I think
this is simple.
I think this may or may not, but I believe this is going to be the last show here.
Yeah, at this office, because we secured a new office space.
Which is so exciting because it's a lot of work trying to find another space.
Yes.
Okay, so you would think with the market being the way it is, like what I mean by the market, I mean commercial.
Yes.
Like people are shutting down businesses and stores that you could find a good space for a good price. Not the case.
Not the case, but we're very happy to say that we did find a place, thank goodness, from some of our really good friends. And we'll be setting up there in the midst of all the chaos during the holidays.
Before the year's out, we'll be there.
Yes. And then
hopefully for the next show.
I hope so. And then we'll be able to remove everything over there and get everything settled.
I'm excited because so next year, maybe we could start doing some interviews, changing it up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what we have in store. We don't really know yet. It's all a discussion.
I'm curious, do you want to see interviews? For those of you who are watching, leave a comment and let us know what you would be interested in, and maybe some topics too.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely all about Santa Clarita, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I love. We love it here. Maybe you guys want to talk to some people from Santa Clarita, either business owners or people that, that are involved in the city here or something.
Yeah.
I think we can make it pretty fun.
For sure. It'll be lots of fun. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but, my birthday is coming up this weekend.
Yes. So I've always worried about this because if anybody has a wife or a girlfriend or significant other that is born in December, they've been getting gypped most of their life, combining Christmas gifts with birthday gifts, right?
Right.
So I've always tried to figure something out for Cori, and I think
you do a fine job.
We've done okay, right? So we've done New York a couple of years. That's really been fun. We wanted to do New York this year, but with the variant and all that stuff, it just doesn't seem like a good time to go there.
No.
So we're going to Paso Robles next week, right after your birthday. So because I thought to myself, we were going to go during her birthday, which is this Sunday, December 19th, if anybody wants to get her anything.
No.
But then I know my wife, and I know if we could be in France, like at the Eiffel Tower with the lights, like the day of her birthday, and if she's not with her kids that day, she's going to be like, oh, I wish my babies were here. Aww. So I said, all right, we're not going to go on her birthday, which is Sunday, this coming weekend. We're going to go next week. So we'll be in Paso for a few days. If anybody's been there, we figure we'll do some wine tasting because that's always fun. If anybody has any, I do have a couple reservations already for restaurants. If anybody has something that we should do there or any pointers, any tips, I'd love to hear them.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm excited for a quick little getaway. And it makes me feel good that, of course, our kids are going to be with grandma, right? And they're going to have their cousins there because no school next week.
I know. And our dog will be there too, Uma. My parents take good care of them.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes.
She said that she's welcome to come too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nice little getaway for the doggy.
Yeah, she gets bullied by the little dog like a fifth of her size. There.
I know. I've never seen that dog jump so high.
So next week will be our special Christmas episode.
Yes.
And I think we're going to be doing it next Thursday.
Okay.
Because we're not going
to be here. We'll be back then.
So, we'll put that on social media. Everybody will know that it's Thursday. But I'm excited about it. We'll see what we have in store for a Christmas episode.
I know. I wonder what surprise we'll have.
I got to get like an ugly Christmas sweater. I don't have one.
You used to.
I had a Santa Claus surfing on. He was on the surfboard.
What happened to that?
I gave it away.
Why?
It's because I have no room for my clothes at home. So,
oh my gosh.
You got to make tough decisions sometimes, and it was either this beautiful, magnificent lumberjack shirt of 13 years or Santa on a surfboard, and I only use that thing once a year.
Or keep the holy pajamas that you've had for 15 years that you don't want to give away.
Those are the best shirts, like the ones that you could kind of see, like kind of your areola through your shirt because it's so worn out. Like I like those soft shirts that I could put on and it just feels cozy. So yeah, I'm not getting rid of those. It's not like it's like a shirt that I'm wearing outside of the house. It's it's
I hope you would not wear that outside the house.
It's to sleep in. I want it nice and comfy. Yeah, so yeah, I don't let go of that stuff right away. But hey, I don't have to buy jammies every year because I got a bunch of them.
Oh, that's why you have me. Merry Christmas. You get some jammies.
I get some jammies this year.
Oh. So you want me to take over? You want to do
it? Is this it? I think we're all done.
Are we? Oh, okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching R&R Relationships in Real Estate. Remember to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live. We'll see you next time, and instead of Wednesday, it'll be Thursday next week.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.